Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Oscars. The Oscars happened this past Sunday, and I wasn't going to watch it at all, even though everybody was saying Will Packer was going to be the first black man to produce it, and it was going to be a big night for Will Smith because he has been winning all the awards show for his performance in King Richard. Everybody was looking for that, and so I said, well, what I'll do, I'll just watch the clips at the end, and the next thing I know, I started getting all kinds of this dumb airplane is flying over the top of my apartment. Ooh. But anyway, I started getting all kind of notifications from my phone. The Oscar slap. I said, what? Oscar slap? Because I just got through watching Candy and the Gang, and I was gonna try to get into young. What was it? Young rich Africans or something like that, young favorite Africans. So I was trying to get into that, and then I said, "Ooh, I gotta stop this and go see what's going on." And then everybody's saying that they had cut the feed, and it was a time delay in the United States, but they were saying overseas they had already saw the slap, and a lot of people were retweeting, retweeting and getting the Japanese feed, because overseas they get their stuff, much earlier than we do, and that's why we have a time delay on our stuff. But then when I saw the clips in the stuff, and I said, what's going on? And then I first saw the scene where Chris Rock was making jokes, and a lot of people were saying that Chris Rock was making jokes about a whole lot of people, and stuff like that. And after the stuff happened with Chris Rock, I didn't even know some people was kind of concerned with what Regina Hall was doing, how she was trying to hug some white celebrity, and she was kind of rubbing all on his back, and she was going down. And when I saw that, I said that was inappropriate too. I said, what was going on with the Oscars and black folks and stuff? I really don't know. But anyway, I'll go back to the slap. And so when I saw it, I saw how he sagged away from Penelope Cruz to over to Will Smith, because he said, Penelope Cruz wants to win instead of her husband, because she know if her husband win, he's gonna take the shine from her. And they both started laughing, because I think she's married to some Spanish actor named Javier something, Penelope Cruz. But anyway, and then he's gonna sag way his butt over there to Jada Smith. All he could have did was either mention about Jada Smith, Jada and Will was there and stuff, and when he mentioned about Penelope Cruz, and you could tell he was kind of sagwaying into that thing, he just should have left it like that with Penelope Cruz wanted her husband to win instead of Will. He could have left it at that, nobody would have said nothing. But when he started going back and forth and talking about look at Jada gonna be in G.I. Joe #2, and it was like, why are you talking about this woman's hair? And some people are saying, well, maybe Chris Rock didn't know that she had alopecia. Like me and some of the other YouTubers have been saying, regardless if he knew or if he didn't know, he was wrong. He was wrong to humiliate Jada Pinkett Smith in front of all those white people, in front of that audience. Everybody was talking about Will Smith shouldn't have been doing that in front of all those white people. He shouldn't have been doing it too. I don't know why some of these people, YouTubers and some Twitter people are saying both of those men were in the wrong. He was wrong for telling the joke, and Will Smith was wrong for laughing at him. I don't know why people are so hard on Will Smith. Like Will Smith is supposed to be above reproach and above standards, and is supposed to have higher standards than anybody. Anybody black in that audience should have been one to have high standards. It was already produced by a black man, Will Packard. You would have wanted to look good, and so everybody should have been on their best behavior. Not Will Smith. Chris Rock should have been on his behavior, and I was so glad that a whole lot of black people brought up all of his receipts because people were just talking about the violence. He was so violent, and like a lot of people have been bringing up, like these problematic white people, like Amy Schumer and Amy Schumer, and also these tap dancing ones like Wanda Sykes and also Jim Carrey with his problematic button. Like somebody said, Jim Carrey, you weren't saying that. And I think it was like the 2014, 2015 Oscars when you was trying to kiss on Will Smith. What about that? He hurry up and shut up his mouth. And it's like every time something happens for black folks, white folks want to chime in. We don't need y'all chiming in. When we wanted y'all to chime in, y'all didn't want to chime in when it came down to the social justice stuff about George Floyd and all this other stuff. Some people came to assist us and support us, but the majority of them was looking at trying to look at the negative stuff, or he probably and so it was like I was so upset by that. And I was upset by Roland Martin too. At first, he made like I know both of them. You know what you call was wrong. I'm so glad somebody put out that videotape where they said Will Smith had already warned what you call before Chris Rock before. And I don't know why Chris Rock has this obsession with Jada Pinkett, because he was going crazy when they did the 2016 image when black people were boycotting because it was so white. And so it was like, this man has been problematic for years, and people brought up his good hair stuff. And I also seen, I think it was either TMZ or People, where this woman who worked on the good hair documentary with him said that Will Smith is wrong, but she was saying Chris Rock was also wrong too, because the research they did on the black hair documentary that he did, they did find women that had problems with their hair and that had alopecia, and showed him how his hair was going out. She said Chris Brown should have knew better. And when I saw that woman's face, that was a white woman who helped him did that documentary. So she was like me and a lot of other people, that Chris Rock was also wrong, but people are trying to look at the slap. Like a lot of people are saying, y'all other races are coming out now, but nobody wanted to come out and say that was wrong for that insurrection that happened last year in January. So yeah, all of these people talking about they are so traumatized, and they are so traumatized by this stuff, especially Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer, you was making a joke about it at first, but then when you did your little research, like you said, and found out, it's so appalling, and Ellen, you sure can't say nothing, because the stuff that you done to your employees. So all of these problematic people need to shut up. Also, O.J. Simpson need to sit down and shut up. And also Alec Baldwin knows better than to get out and try to say something about somebody else. So that was it. So even though Will Smith apologized, he said he was, when he got his award, he said that he was sorry that he did that to the Williams family, and he was saying that that Richard Williams was always a person who wanted to protect his family and stuff like that, and that's what he was doing. He's protecting his family. He was protecting black women, and so a lot of people accepted that apology. And then some people didn't accept that apology. And by the time Tuesday came, he said another apology. I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to read the second apology he put out. Okay, now I'm going to read to you what he said in his second apology. He said, "Violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and unexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." Will Smith. As I just read to you that, I'm glad he apologized. He had both apologies. Now some people believe the apology he did at the ceremony more than they did that apology, but a lot of people are looking at with that second apology was written by his publicist. But I think Will felt sorry and guilty on both points, because the teary eyes, especially in the first one, and then by that video being so viral, and they've been showing that video all this week, different bloggers and different news sites like People and TMZ. So that video has been floating around for years. I mean, that video is gonna be floating around for years, and that video has been floating around all this week. So I know when Will Smith saw that video, I accept both apologies. I accept the one he did Sunday night, and I accepted the one he did a few minutes ago and stuff like that. And they said Chris Rock did his first public appearance since the incident, and he said that he's still processing it. I know he is still processing it, because that's hard to be slapped and humiliated in front of 50 million people. But it's also hard and stuff to be humiliated by a black man and bunch of 50 million people talking about your hair too. Now, that's why I said both of them need to be held accountable, and both of them were wrong. So I know some people like Jim Carrey and other people want your car to sue Will Smith and have him arrested and stuff like that. And then on Wednesday, the Academy came out and said that they asked Will Smith to leave, but he refused. And then other reports, I think it was TMZ, said it yesterday, that they had 3 people that were there, and they were saying nobody came up and asked Will Smith to leave. They say they said that they was going to talk about it. They say it was talks about Will Smith leaving and stuff like that. But then now when TMZ said no, they didn't ask Will Smith to leave, now they're trying to say that that it was Will Packard that didn't want Will Smith to leave and told Will Smith to stay and stuff like that. So it's like the Academy is trying to throw the black people under the bus to prove that they shouldn't have black people doing the Oscars anyway, because it was some kind of little stuff like 2 or 3 days before the Oscars where they said Amy Schumer wanted to give some suggestions about something, and Will Packard turned her down, and she got mad, and they didn't know if she was going to still be hosting, but I guess she changed her mind. But anyway, it's like they're trying to, and then I don't like these black people talking about that incident with Will Smith and what you call is hurting the black community and doing. No, it's not hurting the black community and stuff. These are just 2 celebrity people who had a disagreement about a topic and a subject, and one person wanted to humiliate another person to try to get to try to look good at the Oscars, when in actuality that humiliation got him a slap in the face. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out. And another thing, I don't want anybody coming in my comments saying I condone violence. I don't condone violence. I just want accountability to be held for both parties. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.